I was taught these spirits were evil, demons, dangerous, the kind of thing you should never go near, unless you wanted to lose your soul. Until one of them answered me, and what happens next didn't feel evil at all. So why are the 72 ancient spirits of the Goetia, spirits that can help you heal, grow, and transform, still being called the enemies of God? What if the real danger isn't the spirits themselves, but how we were trained to fear them? Why do so many people, modern people, report healing, insight, transformation after working with the Goetia? Because if they're not evil, then maybe we've been cut off from the very forces that could have saved us. Greetings, this is TK Trav, aka Travis Magus, here with LVX777. Maybe the reasons your spells never work, your rituals feel empty, your life feels like it's missing something, is because the spirits who were supposed to help you were turned into monsters, and the church made you fear them. Movies and urban legends filled your head with lies before you could even hear the truth. Could it be that these spirits aren't evil at all? Or worse, could calling them evil be the biggest spiritual cover-up in history? The origin of fear. Here's where things get strange. Most people think the Goetia are fallen angels being cast out of heaven. But that version of the story is modern propaganda. The Bible actually never really mentions this war in heaven with fallen angels being kicked out. Not really, not in the way that most people think. The modern Christian idea of demons as fallen angels who rebelled with Lucifer and now torment humans in hell is largely invented, and it's not found in actual biblical texts. We'll get more into this in a different video, which will be linked in the description below. And if you were raised in the church like I was, I get it. I wrestled with guilt too. There were many times in my early journey where I wondered if I was making a huge mistake, if I was actually corrupting my soul, if I was going to be condemned to eternal punishment simply for my curiosity. But what if the real betrayal wasn't summoning a spirit, but being cut off from your spiritual birthright? Long before the church labeled them demons, many of these spirits were gods, guardians, initiators. Baal was once a storm god in Mesopotamia, ruling rain, crops, kingship. Astaroth comes from Astarte, and Ishtar, a goddess of love and sacred war, the warrior divine feminine, protecting and guiding her people through ages of prosperity. Asmodeus shares roots with Ashima, a Persian spirit of righteous wrath and fire. See, these were complex beings, not cartoons, not villains. But as empires shifted and Christianity rose, these ancient gods were systematically rewritten. The easiest way to destroy a rival god is to make them your devil. The church didn't just oppose paganism, it colonized the spirit world. It turned your allies into enemies, and this happened all across the world. In doing that, it made sure you'd never learn how to protect yourself or how to prosper. That's not just spiritual control, that's a soul-level lie. And the people most drawn to the Goetia today are usually the ones who are taught to fear their own power. But the truth didn't die. Magicians encoded it. Sigils, names, invocations, all these hidden in the grimoires, waiting to be remembered. Here's what I've come to believe. The Goetia are mirrors. They don't attack you, they reflect you. Whatever fear, doubt, anger, or desire you've buried, they'll bring it to the surface. That's why people fear them, not because they're here to destroy you, but because they reveal you. One spirit didn't curse me. He showed me the lie I was living, and that was far more terrifying. So what happens when you stop fearing them and start working with them intentionally? People have reported clarity in the middle of the chaos of life, emotional blocks dissolving overnight, job offers out of nowhere, dreams that warn, protect, even heal. I've seen people break addictions that they couldn't touch in therapy. Others manifest financial opportunities that reshape their lives. I've watched chaotic love lives stabilize or end in a way that finally brought peace. And these are cases directly reported from my students of previous classes, comments on YouTube, and even people that I've offered mentorships with over the years. These spirits don't give you what your ego wants. They give you what your soul is finally ready to claim. But make no mistake, this isn't love and light. This is power, and it tests you. Are there risks? Of course, but not the ones you were warned about. The real danger is summoning a force you don't understand, projecting your fear onto it, and then calling it evil because it reflected something true. Because in this TikTok spirituality era, people are being told to summon spirits with no training, with no boundaries, and no understanding. Every week, I get messages. There's people who tried TikTok rituals and ended up obsessed, terrified, or spiritually wrecked. And not to mention this new pandemic of AI-induced spiritual psychosis. They didn't need more spells. They needed a map, a structure, a teacher, someone to guide them through this without losing their mind. You don't call these spirits like party tricks. You meet them like you'd meet a god at the edge of a forest, with awareness, with respect, and with real power. And if you know what you're doing, they might just help you remember who you really are. If something in you sparked while watching this, that wasn't random. These spirits don't call everyone, but when they do, it usually starts like this. A name keeps showing up. The same sigil appears in dreams. A curiosity you can't explain. Some type of animal or creature continues to show itself. Perhaps a certain phrase continues to echo through the radio, through television, through memes, through your coworkers, through your family members. Synchronicities and coincidences are the medium of communication for the spirit realm, especially in the beginning. The real question isn't, are they evil? It's, are you ready to know the truth for yourself? This path isn't for everyone, but if you felt the pull, the dreams, the symbols, the voices, the synchronicities, you already know you've been chosen. If you felt this call, don't ignore it, because once the Goetia call you, they don't stop. The only question is whether you walk through that door with guidance or you walk through that door alone. My course exists so you don't have to stumble in the dark. My course is the safest way I know to do this work, step by step, grounded in ancient methods, updated for modern lifestyles, and taught by someone who's walked this path for years. Inside this course, I'll teach you exactly how to summon safely, how to interpret signs, and how to protect your energy without getting lost in internet chaos. And in the next video, I'll show you what actually happens during a real Goetia summoning, what to expect, and how to survive it. So as always, maintain your frame, be ever vigilant, exert your influence, always be leading. This is TK Trav, aka Travis Magus, here with LVX777.